Hello, and welcome to exciting archaeological news. Discovering the backstories of ancient civilizations never fails to astound us, so today we're traveling back in time to ancient Egypt to uncover the secrets of an extraordinary boy who once ruled the land of the Nile, King Tutankhamun. Tutankhamun was a pharaoh of the 18th dynasty of Egypt who ruled from 1332 BCE to 1323 BCE. Despite his short reign, he remains one of the most famous pharaohs of Egypt, and his tomb is considered one of the most significant archaeological discoveries of the 20th century. In this video, we will reveal 11 amazing secrets of the boy king Tutankhamun that will leave you fascinated. If you're new here, click the subscribe button and then the bell icon to get instant notifications of new videos. And without further ado, let's dive right in. Number 1. The discovery of the king's tomb. One of the 20th century's most significant archaeological discoveries was King Tutankhamun's tomb in Luxor, Egypt. On November 4, 1922, British archaeologist Howard Carter found it. Carter actually dug for years to find the tomb. Tutankhamun's sarcophagus, his famed gold death mask, and a wealth of other valuables were among the roughly 5,000 artifacts and jewels discovered in the nearly intact tomb. Despite the significance of the discovery, the excavation process was not without controversy. The British government had given Egypt permission to conduct excavations in the Valley of the Kings, but the discovery of King Tutankhamun's tomb was made by a British archaeologist, which then sparked tensions between Egypt and Britain. Nevertheless, the discovery remains one of the most remarkable archaeological achievements of all time and has left an indelible mark on history. Number 2. The mystery of the curse. Howard Carter's 1922 discovery of King Tutankhamun's tomb fueled wild speculation about a curse that would befall anybody who touched the tomb's treasures. Lord Carnarvon, the British lord who founded the dig, and numerous excavation staff members died unexpectedly after the tomb's discovery, supporting the curse belief. Many believed that the pharaohs had unleashed a great curse to protect their graves from intruders. Others claimed to have heard a mummy's curse or seen a ghost in the tomb. Sensationalist media coverage of a demonic power haunting the tomb and seeking retribution on anyone who disturbed it fanned the curse rumors. Despite excessive speculation and sensationalism, there is minimal proof of a curse. Many of the putative curse victims, including Lord Carnarvon, were already sick before the tomb was found, therefore their deaths were natural. After discovering the tomb, Carter and others enjoyed long, healthy lives. However, King Tutankhamun's tomb and the curse myth continued to endure. The curse's popularity remains strong due to the unexplained events surrounding the tomb's discovery and the sensationalist media coverage. Number 3. Tutankhamun's age. Ancient Egypt's King Tutankhamun became king at 9 years old. He became pharaoh shortly after his father, Akhenaten, died. Egypt was ruled for 10 years by 19-year-old Tutankhamun. He was highly influenced by his counselors, including his regent, A. His efforts to revive his father's banned religious practices are thought to have contributed to Egyptian history despite his youth and inexperience. Tutankhamun's rule and legacy have been questioned due to his young age. Some historians believe his youth and inexperience contributed to his reign's instability and political upheaval. However, his tomb was full of goods and artifacts, proving he was a wealthy and strong monarch with support of his people. Number 4. Tutankhamun's name. The name Tutankhamun means Pharaoh of the New Kingdom in ancient Egyptian. The name Tutankhamun comes from two Egyptian words, Tutankh, which means the living image of the god Amun, and Amun, which was the primary deity adored by ancient Egyptians. The name alludes to his celestial lineage and the importance of religion and the gods in ancient Egyptian culture. Tutankhamun's name contains the hieroglyphic symbol for life, which was crucial to Egyptian concepts of the afterlife, hence the name's emphasis on the k sound. The Egyptian king Tutankhamun chose to have his name imply closer to God's will so that his subjects would view him as more authoritative. Interestingly, Akhenaten, who instituted monotheistic Aten worship, changed Tutankhamun's name to Tutankhaten. After re-establishing ancient Egyptian traditional religion, however, Tutankhamun altered his name. Number 5. Where Tutankhamun came from. There is tremendous conjecture and disagreement among historians and Egyptologists over Tutankhamun's ancestry. Akhenaten, who introduced controversial doctrine changes and intended to replace ancient Egypt's polytheistic religion with monotheistic Aten worship, was possibly Tutankhamun's father. None of the theories about Tutankhamun's mother have been proven. Tutankhamun's mother may have been Akhenaten's wife, Nefertiti, or Kia. Incestuous marriages in ancient Egyptian royal dynasties led some to believe she was Akhenaten's sister. Others believe Tutankhamun was the son of an unknown woman or a minor Akhenaten wife. He was a rightful heir to the throne because his father, Akhenaten, was the previous pharaoh. His brief reign, during which he restored old religious practices abolished by his father's reforms, was a pivotal moment in Egyptian history. Tutankhamun's family background adds to his mystique and rule, but he and his tomb continued to inspire people across the world, even if his mother is unknown. Number 6. Tutankhamun's family tree. Tutankhamun's marriage to his half-sister, Ankhesenamun, is a fascinating branch of his family tree. Marriage within the royal family was popular in ancient Egypt, and it was thought to secure the continuity of the dynastic line and preserve the purity of the royal bloodline. Akhenaten's daughter, Ankhesenamun, was Tutankhamun's half-sister. Ankhesenamun called Tutankhamun her beloved and expressed her dread that she would have to marry someone else if he died without offspring. Tutankhamun and Ankhesenamun's marriage was difficult. Powerful courtiers opposed both of the young, inexperienced rulers. The strong vizier, who had been Tutankhamun's regent before his succession to the king, may have contributed to his untimely death for this reason. Their marriage, despite its difficulties, is a testament to ancient Egyptian royal dynasties' intricate familial relationships. The royal bloodline was lost when the couple produced no children. The world still marvels at Tutankhamun and Ankhesenamun's love. Number 7. The Golden Mask. The Golden Mask of King Tutankhamun is among the most famous artifacts to come out of ancient Egypt. The solid gold mask, which weighs more than 22 pounds, was among the artifacts recovered by Howard Carter in Tutankhamun's tomb in 1925. Goldwork and blue and black glass inlay decorate the mask of the young monarch, who seems serene. Ancient Egyptian cobras and vultures symbolize protection and royalty on the headpiece. The mask covered the king's mummified head and shoulders inside the casket. The golden mask discovery captivated the public and fueled ancient Egypt's popularity. Today, the mask is a valued symbol of ancient Egyptian riches, power, and artistry. The iconic mask has proved controversial. In the 2010s, the mask was damaged while being removed from its display case, sparking debate concerning its restoration and display. Some experts believe the mask should be left as it is to remind the future generations of its significance, while others believe it should be restored. Thus, the golden mask of King Tutankhamun will continue to inspire people worldwide regardless of its fate. Number 8. Tutankhamun's health. CT scans of King Tutankhamun's mummified remains conducted in 2005 revealed a great deal about the young pharaoh's health during his lifetime. One of the most significant findings was evidence of a bone condition that is consistent with clubfoot, a congenital deformity that affects the bones of the foot and can cause significant disability and pain. In addition to the clubfoot, CT scans showed various other medical conditions that may have caused Tutankhamun's early death at 19. The young pharaoh suffered malaria, a bone disease, and a major left leg fracture, maybe from a tumble. These discoveries show that Tutankhamun was sick for most of his brief life. Despite these obstacles, he is known as a powerful and important pharaoh, and his legend has captivated people worldwide. Tutankhamun's health has illuminated ancient Egyptian medicine. The ancient Egyptians understood and treated various medical ailments with herbs and remedies. They successfully treated many of their people's conditions without contemporary medical technologies. Number 9. Tutankhamun's treasures. The incredible treasures found in Tutankhamun's tomb illuminated his reign. His rich lifestyle artifacts were the most intriguing. With exquisite carvings and pricey stone inlays, his gold seat was the most impressive. The exquisite design of the throne makes it seem like it was a symbol of the pharaoh's riches and authority, and it was probably utilized during rituals and formal gatherings. Tutankhamun's solid gold, gem-encrusted chariot was another spectacular find. His chariot was one of the most elaborate and impressive ever uncovered. Tutankhamun's tomb contained several gold funeral beds with elaborate decorations and priceless stones. The pharaoh's burial beds were designed to be pleasant and sumptuous for the young king's body. His tomb even held many additional riches, including jewelry, swords, and household things. These jewels have illuminated the life and reign of this mysterious and powerful pharaoh, and they continue to inspire people worldwide. Number 10. A Forgotten Pharaoh. Tutankhamun, the teenage pharaoh, was forgotten for years despite his tomb's wealth and ancient Egyptian cultural insights. His father, Akhenaten, and successor, Pharaoh A, overshadowed him in history. Akhenaten rebuilt the capital city and worshipped solely the sun disk Aten. Akhenaten's reign was tumultuous due to these reforms. His legacy was obliterated after his death, making it hard for future generations to recognize his accomplishments. After Tutankhamun, Pharaoh A was also important. He helped terminate the 18th dynasty's religious and political changes, and Egypt's power and influence continued to decrease under his reign. Tutankhamun's brief reign was uneventful, and his early death prevented him from making substantial contributions to Egyptian civilization. His tomb and wealth were buried in Egypt's sands for generations, overlooked by historians and researchers. When British archaeologist Howard Carter uncovered Tutankhamun's tomb and its jewels in the early 20th century, the youthful pharaoh caught the world's attention. His legacy has inspired and captivated generations. Number 11. Legacy of Tutankhamun. Tutankhamun's tomb's treasures and his contributions to Egyptian art and culture preserve his legacy. For a brief time, Tutankhamun supported the Atenist movement, which worshipped the sun disk Aten above all other gods and goddesses and which greatly influenced Egyptian art. His chief advisor, A, convinced Tutankhamun to turn away from the monotheism that Akhenaten, Tutankhamun's father, had made Egypt's dominant religion. Amarna art, which covers Tutankhamun's time in power, centered on realism and the human figure. Reliefs, sculptures, and paintings in his tomb represent daily life and religious activities. Tutankhamun's stories and traditions continue alive in addition to his art. From the legendary curse that befell those who disturbed his tomb to the mysterious circumstances of his death, he fascinates and intrigues people worldwide. While Tutankhamun was forgotten for generations, his legacy has endured and spread, demonstrating the power and impact of ancient Egyptian culture and civilization. That concludes our video on 11 amazing secrets of the boy king Tutankhamun. Although his reign was brief, he left a significant imprint on the history of ancient Egypt. I hope you enjoyed the video. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share your thoughts and questions in the comments section.